Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moments. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Swallowed Star episode number 276 based on novel. So let's start. The winged human Night Emperor who was reduced to ashes had incredibly weak amount of energy left. The scene made Luo Feng, who was about to flee the room, shocked. From his energy level, Gold Kang had actually instantly made Night Emperor lose half his undying body. 50%. Losing half his soul made it so that Night Emperor could only unleash 10% of his strength from before. The soul was very important. Gold Kang, don't force me. Night Emperor's eyes were filled with madness as he reformed, staring hard at Gold Kang. Gold Kang was incredibly intrepid now. Even if Night Emperor burned his undying body, he still couldn't escape. He could only hope for Gold Kang to spare him. If forced, I'll. Night stared at Gold Kang. Self-destruct? Haha, do you think that if you do so, I'll be afraid? My undying body won't be hurt even a little from it. Haha, I've already destroyed half of your undying body, and destroying the other half will kill you. So, why should I let you off? Just die? Gold Kang didn't show any mercy. Remember, I will return to take revenge. Night Emperor roared. Explode. Night Emperor howled. Self-destructing with only 50% of his undying body left, that was the result of Gold Kang's undying energy destroying Night Emperor's other half. Hence his explosion wouldn't be too huge. At this time, Gold Kang could take the blow alone, but who would be that stupid? Gold Kang chose to retreat. Rumble, a Pinnacle Emperor's self-destruct, it was so powerful it made everyone else, such as Purple Clock, Ice Blade, Piercing Tiger and Luo Feng shocked. Pinnacle Emperor self-destruct was akin to a million Sector Lord King bugs attacking together. This was able to kill a High Emperor, heavily injure a Pinnacle Emperor, or even cause the Pinnacle Emperor to fall because of it, but of course that required luck. Even though Night Emperor only had 50% of his undying body left, it was still half of a Pinnacle Emperor's explosion. Unlike Gold Kang's attack that destroyed him, this was an explosion that rippled in all directions. There was no way to control the direction of attack. Self-destructing meant the death of a god, his energy would ripple in all directions. No. Ice Blade, who was engaged with Piercing Tiger, changed his expression. Gold Kang, you caused this. Ice Blade fled in fear. Rumble. The powerful force instantly acted on his body. The High Emperor Ice Blade was instantly reduced to ashes, and his ashes were further destroyed. Night Emperor, you are dragging me along with you. Piercing Tiger rushed into the room in shock. Rumble. The force rushed over Piercing Tiger like a torrent of water. His armor gleamed before his entire body exploded, after which he reformed. Rumble. The force rippled through Purple Clock's body. He gritted his teeth and a membrane flashed throughout his body, withstanding the attack for a while before his body became powder too, after which he reformed back. Rumble. Luo Feng wrapped himself in his wings and withstood the attack. Gold Kang, Purple Clock, Ice Blade, Piercing Tiger, and Luo Feng all withstood the force of Night Emperor's explosion. Some were undamaged, some hurt while one fell. Not just the 5 of them. Even the sacrificial tower wasn't as stable as before against the force of a Pinnacle Emperor's explosion. The walls within the pathway and room glowed madly from the force before breaking apart and crumbling as the ripples spread about. Every wall gleamed for a while before falling apart, however with each layer of wall it broke through, the power slowly diminished too. With a diameter of 60 kilometers, a circular crater was formed as everything was reduced to nothing. The tower itself was made of F-grade metals. This was a special weapon, and just like how many weapons could become big or small, this tower could do so as well. However, it was closer to a god base all-star fortress level of weapon, but its internal defense wasn't the same throughout. The inheritance room and second treasure room, these two important rooms had higher defenses. The walls outside the core region were incredibly strong as well. Although there were many walls within, they were weaker. Even with the help of the mysterious engravings, Night Emperor's explosion still destroyed an area of 60 kilometers in diameter. Silence. Within the tower, there was silence. Luo Feng and Piercing Tiger exchanged glances, communicating. Night Emperor actually made me lose 6% of my undying body, what a waste. Piercing Tiger communicated, however young, we are in trouble. Night Emperor's death is a big loss to our strength. Even though they've lost Ice Blade too, he was only a High Emperor. There is not much of an effect on the remaining two. What a pity for Night Emperor. Luo Feng replied. What's there to pity, isn't he a human? You humans value each and every emperor. Even if they fall, they will be revived after reversing space and time in the future. Piercing Tiger said. It's a pity that I don't have that kind of luck. Even though I am a member of the Hong Alliance too, for me to get that kind of chance, I have to earn more contribution points to raise my position. Luo Feng was shocked. A universe master had unbelievable power, and they could reverse time and space to a point before the target hadn't died, reviving a warrior. Humanity had several beings that could do so, like the founder of the Huge Axe Dojo, the Primal Chaos City leader, Long Yang Master, Void Gold Master. They would, in a certain point in time, revive a large amount of warriors together. Those revived were either very strong or had great contributions or were disciples of important people, etc. However, it did have its price. The Universe Masters paid very little for reviving someone like Night Emperor. However, the small price was only to beings like them. They couldn't possibly swallow the costs. These had to be returned eventually by the warriors who were revived. They either had to fight for humanity or get treasures to give to humanity. Poor Night Emperor. Even if he is revived, he'll have to fight for humanity for a very long time. Luo Feng thought. However, it's already lucky that he has such a chance. As for the other races, some races didn't even have a being like a universe master. Even if they joined the Hong Alliance, the requirement just to be considered for revival far exceeded that of the humans. No one wanted to fall. The stronger one got, the higher the price of revival would be. The Primal Chaos City leader had said himself that reviving a knight would make him receive a backlash from the universe laws that could damage even him. If he revived a being like 11 Luo Duo or the Tianxia Palace leader, he may even fall from the backlash. One had to know that the city leader's power far exceeded 11 Luo Duo and the others. But he could fall from reviving them. It was clear that the backlash was terrifying. Night Emperor would be revived sometime in the future. The price he would have to pay could only be imagined. Gold Kang, that Night Emperor was about to flee. Why did you force him? Purple Clock was enraged. Even Ice Blade has fallen. Ice Blade was from the Chi Kang race too. Even as a fellow clansman, Purple Clock didn't respect him too much. But they had explored together and were of the same race, hence they trusted each other. I got hurt from his explosion too. Purple Clock raged. And humanity is one of the 4 pinnacle races. Some universe master being will eventually revive him. Shut up. Gold Kang cursed, that will take countless years to happen. Even if he is revived, he still won't be my match. I only know that I can get his wealth from killing him. With a wave of his hand, he kept the world rings and items from Night Emperor and Ice Blade. Don't let the other humans escape. Gold Kang roared. Luo Feng flapped his wings in the distance and unleashed strike travel, swiftly accelerating and disappearing down the pathway. You can't escape. Gold Kang chased behind. Purple Clock chased behind too. Piercing Tiger stood amidst the waste and watched the scene, smiling coldly. Everybody is going mad for this treasure. They are burning their undying bodies or falling. That Gold Kang's strength is something I should avoid. Even if I attack him, I will die. He flew down another pathway swiftly. Within the control room, the elder Chiokai Ka, the Godmaster Pui, Men Bu, La Di Mo, the 4 indigenous warriors stared at the projection. When they saw Night Emperor's explosion damaging the other warriors and killing Ice Blade, they all revealed a look of happiness and shock. Look, the talisman. That's the talisman. Night and Ice Blade's death made the originally melded into their bodies talismans fall to the ground. Go, hurry and go. You invaders, leave the talismans. The elder hoped. But no one would have expected Gold Kang to wave his hand and keep all the items that fell from their deaths. This made Chiokai Ka and the others change their expressions. They are heading out of the tower. But the talismans are still with them. The Godmaster Puri said urgently. Third brother, the moment they leave and teleport, we will never be able to open the inheritance room. The elder gritted his teeth and roared, listen to my order. Pui, Men Bu and La Di Mo's eyes gleamed. Listening to the order from their elder, they knew that it was time to move. When Chiokai Ka and the other indigenous warriors began to move, Luo Feng, Gold Kang and Purple Clock were in a frantic state. Flee, flee, flee. Luo Feng flapped his wings, warping like a demon through the pathways. This Gold Kang is too strong. This is an Emperor limit strength which far exceeds a pinnacle Emperor's strength. Even Knight's self-destruction did no damage to him. Luo Feng was panicking within. Even my combined attack from my bug army cannot harm him. If I fight it out with him, he may burn some undying energy and kill my earth body. The moment the earth body falls, that would be troublesome. The pathways are too narrow, the golden horned beast cannot fight here at all. The beast was much stronger than the human body, however the tower wasn't suitable for it. Human, don't flee, just give up. Gold Kang howled and chased behind. Rumble. Rumble. From time to time, bolts of lightning burst out of his eyes. These lightning bolts naturally exceeded Luo Feng's speed, instantly forming countless lightning snakes that acted as a net, bound by countless strings. It greatly affected Luo Feng's speed. Right after breaking free, the second net had already reached. Lightning bolts connected and formed a net over and over. It made it extremely hard for Luo Feng. If it weren't for this pathway, I would have long gotten far away, and his lightning wouldn't even be able to touch me. Luo Feng flapped his wings and fled. You can really run. Gold Kang shouted from behind. He slowed down Luo Feng over and over, yet he could only shorten their distance a little at a time. This made him feel disappointed with himself. The two of them continued as Purple Clock chased from behind too. Gold Kang sure is brutal, using Night Emperor to kill Ice Blade. Purple Clock's eyes gleamed coldly. We are all from the automaton camp, and we cannot kill each other. The moment we do so, it will be broadcasted in the virtual world, and we will be hunted down from the camp, unable to escape. Hence, he wouldn't dare attack personally, but he still wants to get the treasure for himself. Now that Ice Blade is gone, in truth he used someone else to kill him. Purple Clock cursed it, no matter, he simply used someone else, he wouldn't dare attack his own camp ally. And I'm not Ice Blade. Even if Piercing Tiger self-destructs, I won't fall. Gold Kang, you want the treasure all to yourself? HMPH. Many ideas flashed within his mind. Being from the same camp didn't mean they were on good terms. Because of the rules, they didn't kill each other. Going against the rules, not only would the automaton race send powerful warriors, even Gold Kang's own clansmen would send their own. Luo Feng, Gold Kang, and Purple Clock flew along the pathways, with ideas of their own. Ahead is the core area exit. Luo Feng fled with all his strength. With a flash, he arrived before the exit. The 6 pathways remained activated, however what stunned Luo Feng was that a purple-armored 6-armed Undying floated before the exit. He gave off God energy ripples and blocked off the exits. Yangji indigenous race? Luo Feng was shocked at his appearance, but he couldn't care less at this moment. Make way! He roared and was about to rush forward. The 6-armed Undying's arms grew thicker and thicker. It blocked off the 6 pathways as Luo Feng rushed towards one. Each arm was incredibly powerful. After growing in size, it slapped and knocked back Luo Feng. Haha, Yangji indigenous resident? I must thank you. Gold Kang caught up and communicated. Purple Clock appeared too. Luo Feng, Gold Kang, and Purple Clock stood there. That Yangji warrior blocked up all 6 pathways, and he was at pinnacle Emperor strength. Luo Feng may have the advantage in speed, but to forcefully break through, the strength difference was too much. Yang, who is this? A beam of light flew over. It was Piercing Tiger who flew from another pathway. After landing he was shocked too. Indigenous? The group all exchanged glances, after which they looked at the warrior. This indigenous punk, after escaping back then, he actually dares show himself? Gold Kang roared. The warriors there all knew that they could easily report to their camps about any spotting of these warriors, however there was no forced regulation about reporting or killing them. These had never been a responsibility for the warriors. And the warriors didn't want to draw attention to the treasure in the tower either. Attention other race enemies. The warrior floating there seemed a little chubby, and his smile was terrifying. I really wish for you to die, but since you were all about to leave the tower, I had to show myself. Let me introduce myself. I am the survivor of the Yangji race Chiokai Ka. Back then I was a normal Undying when my race faced extinction. However, countless years have passed and I've been incredibly lonely, but I also grew in strength. You've been here all this while? Gold Kang, Purple Clock, Piercing Tiger, and Luo Feng were shocked. Right, I've been in here observing your every move. Chiokai Ka smiled. His smile however was peculiar and terrifying. I had planned initially for you to kill each other more. Those of you belonging to other races, you destroyed my race back then. Hence, it's better for you all to die. But I really need the talismans. I didn't expect you to actually keep both the fallen warriors. Shiokai Ka pointed at Gold Kang. Gold Kang frowned. This warrior actually knew that he had kept the talismans. Looks like he truly had been observing the entire tower. Why do you need the talismans? He roared. You said, your plan. Luo Feng frowned. That treasure room. The others were shocked when they heard. Smart. Shiokai Ka complimented. There's at least one smart fellow amongst you all. Aha, I've been here all this while, and that room had always been open. If there were any treasure, it would have been long gone. Those 3 treasure chests are empty chests. Since you are all unable to scan them, I used them to bait you all into killing each other. What? Empty chests? Night Emperor and Ice Blade fell for empty chests. Piercing Tiger roared, as the others remained shocked. Everybody had risked it all for those chests, and the Emperors had all lost part of their undying bodies for them. Human. Shiokai Ka looked at Luo Feng. When you acquired the chests, you should have seen the words on it. It clearly states that only a person of my race can open it. Naturally, I opened them a long time ago and left the chests there as part of my plan. There were those words. Luo Feng and Purple Clock frowned. Purple Clock, you saw the words too? Gold Kang asked. Purple Clock replied, yes, indeed. And when we found that room, it was already open. Also, this warrior seems to know our every move. He's obviously been watching us. He definitely knew of the room before. He probably took the treasure long ago. Gold Kang acknowledged this point. If you don't believe, you can hand me one chest and I can open it for you. Shiokai Ka smiled as he said. Young, take out one chest. Gold Kang looked at Luo Feng. Take it out. Purple Clock said. Luo Feng frowned but still retrieved one chest. There were complex engravings all around the chest. Since one couldn't forcefully open it, Luo Feng tossed it over. When Shiokai Ka received it, he rubbed his hand along the sides and with an easy click, opened the chest. The Emperors all stared hard. The chest was completely empty. Empty chests. Gold Kang was enraged, roaring, bastard. He had burned part of his undying body for this. Even though the material of the case was worth some money too, he didn't care for such petty wealth. What he wanted was the treasure from the fleeing race of Yang Ji back then. Ha ha. Shiokai Ka laughed. If you all weren't fleeing so fast, I wouldn't even have shown myself. The more you killed each other, the better it would have been. So why have you shown yourself now? Gold Kang asked. The others stared at Shiokai Ka. Shiokai Ka's expression suddenly grew demonic as he stared at them. You other race punks, if it weren't for the true treasure of the tower, I wouldn't even care about you. True treasure? Luo Feng was shocked. The others were stunned too. Ha ha, you don't think that a room that a pinnacle emperor's self-destruct can destroy will hold the real treasure? He mocked. Why would you think that I, having gotten the treasure before, would risk my life here to waste my time with you? Right. They all agreed. Would an inheritance treasure room be that weak? The treasure is separated. Shiokai Ka said coldly, the room you all saw was indeed one of them, but it's an ordinary one. The secret ones, however, hide the true treasure. Any one of our race can open that normal room. The true treasure in the secret room requires not just our race, but also the talismans to activate. Only with it will it confirm our identity, and one without it cannot open the room. Shiokai Ka said, back then when we fled, the knights were worried that the normal warriors would be controlled by others, hence he entrusted talismans to a few to hold, and those holding the talismans had to be emperor level. It's incredibly hard to control an emperor undying. Luo Feng and the other warriors nodded as they listened. They had to admit. Whatever he said was logical, it fit. If you all leave, I will never be able to get the true treasure, and without the talismans I won't be able to open the doors. However, without me, you all will never be able to open it too. Shiokai Ka looked at the group. My request is simple, I just want half of the treasure. At the exit of the tower, Shiokai Ka spoke, revealing the secret of the hidden treasure. Real and fake treasure? Luo Feng pondered. They had to admit that whatever he had said sounded true. The treasure chests I got before were empty, plus he could easily tell us about what's been going on. There's no doubt that he was here long before us, that's confirmed. There are two possibilities. The first one is that he truly wants to get the true treasure, and it requires the talisman, hence he's here to work with us. The second possibility is that everything is fabricated. He had long gotten the true treasure, however since his race was destroyed back then, he holds immense hatred against us. He then set up the plan for us to kill each other. But now that we are about to leave, he's holding us up, it could very likely be a ploy, for revenge. Luo Feng thought. A survivor of a destroyed race. If Earth was destroyed or humanity was destroyed, Luo Feng knew that he would probably be driven mad with vengeance too. Is it for the treasure? Or revenge? He hesitated. The other three emperors were doubtful as well. Gold Kang, do you think what he's said is true? Purple Clock said. There's a 50% chance. Gold Kang replied. Rubbish. Purple Clock thought. What do we do? Purple Clock thought. I must get the treasure. Gold Kang's eyes gleamed with ferocity. He had already burned part of his undying body. Even though he had already got an Ice Blade and Night Emperor's wealth, that little bit couldn't satisfy an Emperor Pinnacle warrior like him. His aim was only one, the tower's treasure. Without that, he wouldn't be satisfied. Then I'll trust you and stick with you, Gold Kang. Even if this warrior has any traps set up, it won't go through. Purple Clock said. Ha ha, plans are all useless against true strength. Gold Kang said confidently. Relax, after getting the treasure, I will distribute it with you accordingly, you get 20%. Thanks, Gold Kang. Purple Clock felt hatred within but suppressed it. Before, they had agreed on the ratio of 7 to 2 to 1, now that Iceblade had died, Gold Kang simply decided to take 80%. Chiokai Ka simply laughed within, if you all didn't flee so quickly, I wouldn't have had to take this special path to the exit and risk myself. Luo Feng and the others had flown in 2 batches earlier. One was Luo Feng, Gold Kang, and Purple Clock. The other was Piercing Tiger by his lonesome. While both the groups rushing towards the exit, Chiokai Ka was in the control room then, but there was a path that led him straight to the exit. He actually wanted to simply stop Piercing Tiger and use all 4 of their warriors to overpower him. It couldn't be helped. Without a proper pathway to stop Piercing Tiger, he could only risk it by showing up by himself. Greed and ambition, both are things a warrior can never get rid of. He looked at the other warrior's face and relaxed. Have you decided? He asked. The emperors below all exchanged glances. Even though they were chasing after Luo Feng before, now that they knew the chests were fakes, they didn't want to waste any more time fighting each other, as there was no benefit in that. Okay. I believe you. Gold Kang's voice roared like thunder. Chiokai Ka, don't do anything stupid. Purple Clock smiled coldly. I will trust you for now. Let's go along then. Piercing Tiger looked at Luo Feng. The two of them exchanged glances and nodded. With Night Emperor's death, they had to help each other now. Even though Gold Kang was intrepid, Luo Feng's defense was heavenly and Piercing Tiger was a pinnacle emperor too. If they truly fought, even if Gold Kang killed them both, he would have to sacrifice over 10% of his undying body. That price was too costly. As long as we are careful and don't take too much, Gold Kang won't go too crazy. Losing 5% of one's undying body is easy to recover. Anything over that, however, is troublesome, and over 10% is even worse. Piercing Tiger communicated. With us together, we can help each other. Luo Feng replied. The 4 warriors agreed. Chiokai Ka laughed, indeed everyone wants the treasure, however remember what I said before, I get half. I said it too, I agree. Gold Kang had a downcast expression, as he replied. The others nodded. Gold Kang laughed coldly within, half? It was just lies. He naturally wouldn't do anything yet. But, once the room was open, he would use everything to get the treasure. This aboriginal probably has some trump card too. Luo Feng and the others were clear on this. However, for the treasure, even if the enemy was strong, they wouldn't give up. Follow me. Chiokai Ka flew ahead. Wait. Gold Kang roared. Chiokai Ka stopped and turned curiously. Gold Kang stared at him coldly, ordering him, to maintain our trust, you will fly between the 4 of us. Purple Clock, Piercing Tiger, and Luo Feng stood around and surrounded Chiokai Ka. Ha ha, so strong and yet so cowardly. He mocked. It's called caution. A careless warrior will die young. Gold Kang said coldly. Then let's go, I'll point the way. Chiokai Ka replied, just follow this path on the left. Immediately, the group began to fly within the tower under Chiokai Ka's guidance. Luo Feng and the others discovered several hidden pathways on the way. They only needed to push some disguised walls and another pathway would reveal itself. Within the control room, the Godmaster Pui, La Dimo and Men Bu held their breaths nervously as they watched the projection. Elder. Men Bu clenched his fists, his eyes were clearly filled with worry and anxiety. Third brother is doing everything for the race, that's why he's putting himself in danger. Pui said. The invaders are already acting according to his plan, half of the plan has succeeded. This time, no matter the cost, we have to get the inheritance treasure. The other two nodded. Keep watching. Pui continued, we'll see if third brother can succeed. After all, the invaders are all extremely cautious and clever, and they are strong too. To succeed, we'll need both third brother and a lot of luck. Along a dark internal pathway, the four warriors surrounded Chiokai Ka and flew carefully. The further they got, the brighter the pathways were. After a while, they arrived within a bright hall. Where do we go next? Gold Kang roared. We've arrived. Chiokai Ka's eyes were gleaming. We've arrived? Luo Feng looked around curiously. This huge hall had a diameter of over 10 kilometers. The walls were smooth with complex engravings on them, and he didn't see anywhere to hide any treasure. You invaders, even after standing before the treasure room, you wouldn't even be able to recognize it. Chiokai Ka mocked, even if you find the treasure room, you wouldn't be able to open it. Where is it? Gold Kang raged. They all looked at Chiokai Ka. He however walked very calmly towards a distant wall. The others naturally followed closely to stop him from doing anything devious. On the smooth wall? Chiokai Ka took a deep breath and muttered, my countless dead clansmen. I let these invaders enter the treasure room for the sake of the race's prosperity again. My clansmen, forgive me. He extended his 6 palms. Simultaneously, the engravings on the wall lit up and rumbled. Luo Feng turned. The wall began to pull apart, revealing 10 kilometers wide pathway. The treasure room is within. Chiokai Ka said. Very good, isn't it good that we all work together? Gold Kang laughed. However, they maintained their cautious position and flew in. The pathway was only 100 meters long. At the end was a door covered in gold light. The engravings on it were incredibly mysterious as it emanated powerful energies. This is G-grade metal? It's G-grade metal. Other than the treasure chests, this is the first time we've seen another G-grade metal, and it's the entire door. Just this door alone should be worth several hundreds of millions of indigo gems. Purple Clock smiled. Beside him Gold Kang smiled as well. The door alone was incredibly valuable. Looks like everything Chiokai Ka said was true, the treasure within must be shocking. It was worth it to burn my undying body. Gold Kang could barely suppress his excitement. Luo Feng carefully observed everything. No matter what, he had the Showu wings and general armor. Hence, he had a certain guarantee to survive. He naturally wouldn't give up on the treasure that easily. Attention all, to activate the door, I have to have a talisman and I will have to personally do it. Chiokai Ka said coldly, give me the talisman and let me open the room. This video will end here. Thank you for watching.